What up, people? It's your boy, Master Chudy, with another comic review. So here we go. This is the newest little mini arc event Marvel's coming out with. You know, Venom Incorporated Alpha. It's going to span between Venom and Amazing Spider-Man over a couple issues. And as you know, I've had my I was on this. I really like Mike Costa's run on Venom, but Dan Slott, Mr. Slott, not sure. But I was like, okay. I only found out Mike Costa was on this book yesterday, so I said, okay, for him, I will give it a chance. So the cover is pretty, standard. We have the Venom symbiote pulling its mouth over various people. We can see Shocker, the people who have been Venom, apparently, in the whole thing. Or, well, no, because it just has Spider-Man and a bunch of his villains. But I digress. Let's hit it in there. So we have Venom Incorporated. And this is like a pretty nice cover right here. It's like things are worse than ever for Peter Parker. It's like his company has gone bankrupt, and Peter has no choice but to crash on his girlfriend, Bobby Morse, aka Mockingbird's couch. With a full-time job as the Daily Bugle science editor and his Aunt May to worry about, only Peter's daily patrols as the Amazing Spider-Man have given him any kind of comfort. Things aren't going well for Venom either. After months in space, the symbiote is back in New York and reunited with Eddie Brock, but its behavior has become erratic. And now, a unique serum to keep its violent impulses in check. In exchange for the serum, Venom has been covertly helping Alchemax, a chemical conglomerate, control their experiments. Okay. Standard. So, Dan Slott and Mike Costa are the writers. Brian Stegman is the artist. Brian Reber does the colors. Joe Caramanga does the letters. The cover artists for this, Ryan Stegman and Brian Reber did it. And there are some other variant covers. And Nick Lowe and Devin Lewis were the editors. Alison Stock and Tom Groneman are the assistant editors. Axel Alonso was on this book. But let's see. Let's move into it. So we were in Philly last week, and this is Andy, also known as I think Mania. Sorry, this is Flash's protege when he was Agent Venom. And she's out there webbing around trying to be a hero. She got part of the symbiote. Not all of it, but part of it. So she's out here doing her thing, saving the day, web swinging, trying to stop criminals. And she's talking to Flash, who's currently back in New York at the time, who's been looking for his symbiotes, basically. And she's like, I can come and help you out. These symbiotes can sense one another. And he's like, no new symbiote, no need. A new Venom's shown up here. And he's all over the news, so it's only a matter of time before. And she's like, hold that thought. I've got to time for me to make some headlines. So she goes and takes on a criminal who's been chasing a couple. Two criminals have been chasing a woman. It's like the guy with the knife. Remember to watch his feet, not his hands. He's like, so Flash is still coaching her through and through. That's nice. So, gotcha. I'm actually pretty good at the superhero thing now, as you can see for myself. So, beat up everybody, bam. Beat up 3 dudes. And it's like, yeah, thank you so much. Are you on the phone with someone? It's like, oh man, an alarm. It's like, call the police and, tell them I was here, basically. So, we see that she comes in, see dudes robbing a jewelry store, and it turns out to be a trap. And Andy, aka Mania, gets attacked. Boom. And Flash is worried about it. He's like, Andy, what's happening? And so the symbiote's being separated. And they fire up the Sonics one more time. It's like, nice suit you got there, girl. Mind if I try it on? So yeah, boom, Sonics, everything like that. And they capture part of this Venom symbiote. Meanwhile, in the New York City Guggenheim Museum, we see a couple of robbers coming in. The Ringer, basically. Excellent. Now that the Ringer has done his part, it's time for so Ringer and Tumblr basically go into an art museum, and they're here to steal some art. And it's like, oh right, that security info we paid for was good. This artsy-fartsy crap is exactly the kind of gift that'll get us in with the 5 families up at the big meet. And then he's like, 5 families? And then we see a nice shot of Spider-Man. Solid picture of Spider-Man right here. Boom. And it's like, you guys have been in jail, what, 400 times, and you've already got 5 families? I'm gonna have to talk to the warden about your conjugal privileges. You know, that's solid Spidey humor right there. I like that. And of course, the guys like this. Now, I want you guys to pay attention because this is going to be impressive. I'm going to take down 2 hard supercriminals without damaging a single piece of art. So, Spider-Man comes in, takes down these easy oppositions. It's like, you see, some might call that move my masterpiece, arrangement in blue and red. Whistler's Spider. It's like, sense? And then, of course, we see somebody come in, whoosh. And then we see Black Cat. It's like, hey, Felicia, did you see what I did there? Art required and requires an eye. It's like, I did Spider, and she kicks him. I don't know why. And it's like, and it honestly inspired me. It's like, no, must save priceless eyesore. Nice, I guess. It's like, I don't know art, but I know what I like. It's like, yeah, it's like, what's this thing made of? I'm going to do some browsing, maybe pick out something that catches my eye. So she was just here to rob also, as well as play with Spider-Man, so I guess it's like a classic Black Cat Spider-Man thing, so he's like, okay. Meanwhile, Flash is calling Peter saying like, I need you, can you pick me up? I need to pretty much talk to you, so like, okay. So meanwhile, Peter's like, sorry I missed your call last night. I'm surprised that you even want to see me in public because I'm a pariah right now, and Flash is like, Pete, we're friends. A couple bad headlines aren't going to keep me away. Plus, I admit, I need your help. I was hoping that you could reach Spider-Man for me. It's like, bear with me. It's like, it's complicated. I was Agent Venom for a while, bonded with Spidey's old symbiote. Well, someone stole that suit from me a while back, and I'm worried that they stole another one off a hero named Mania in Philly last week. It's like, I just got back there from yesterday. Mania, my friend, Andy, she's in the hospital. She didn't know who attacked her, but they're definitely not one of the good guys. I'm worried, Pete. I think something bad's gonna happen. Happen with these suits. I have to get them back. And I think Spidey will agree, but I don't just expect him to clean up my mess. I've got to lead. Since I was bonded with my suit for so long, there are still traces of it in me. I can use them, kind of like a sixth sense, and it's still here in New York. I can feel it. And then Peter's like, man, I don't know, Flash. You don't have powers anymore. This is dangerous for a civilian. And he's like, not sure I'm a civilian, but that's why I was thinking Spidey could help me get it back. And then we just see Peter like, back. It's like, if I know Spidey, he probably want to destroy the thing. And then Flash is like, destroy it? Venom's not. It's like, geez, something must be wrong with Spidey if you think he'd be fine destroying a living thing. And it's not that simple. It's like, from what Spider-Man told, it's like, and then Flash is like, enough said, Peter. Maybe don't tell him, but thanks for hearing me out. You're a good friend. It's like, anytime, bud. See you around. So, it's good to see good friends, get around and help one another out. Meanwhile, we get back to another part of New York, of the city. It's like, okay, this criminal's like, okay, I know what you're thinking. Hey, that's the looter climbing out of a truck, spilling illegal firearms all over the street. I mean, it looks bad, but I swear they're fake. And then Venom, in his menacing thing, comes out and grabs him. It's like, you were always small time, Norton, but tonight you graduated up. You're a merchant of death, and we'll make you pay. And then we just see, he was like, look at them. It's like, they're not real, they're fakes. They're supposed to be brightly colored so no one confuses them, and then Venom is like, toys? It's like, yeah, I painted them black. Guys use them for stick-ups, and if they're busted, they can't say they weren't carrying. Say, look at me, man. Say, look at me, man. I wet myself. He was like, you did, and that's good. Fear is a powerful teacher, and fear and prison. But dead is better. So he just slams the looter down like this and just like puts his claws in. He's like, dang, savage right here. This is another good picture of Venom right there. But then we just see, no, stop, and then we just see the symbiote telling Eddie, it's like he's low-life scum. And you just see Eddie's like, he's an idiot. We do not need to murder idiots. He's like, we could always pretend they're real guns. Who'd care? He's like, no. And then the guy's like, oh, you're insane. Get away from me. It's like, and you just see him trying to control him. He's like, you never stop it. What's got into you? Well, whatever it is, it's not getting into me. Come on, I know where we need to go. So everybody's getting excited for the Phoenix. And Jean Grey's ending in January. After only 11 issues. Damn. So There we go. Eddie goes to Alchemix, and the symbiote's like protesting, saying he doesn't like this because they test him in Pokemon. He's like, we're not here for tests. We need new medicine for you. And then, of course, he's like saying, it's not safe here, Eddie. Think we're being watched, followed. And Eddie's like, no, you're just being paranoid. That's why you need the medicine. And we see that Flash is right here, examining Eddie Brock, following him, tailing him. So we just see Flash like here saying, hi, I'm here to see Liz Allen. It's like Liz Allen, our CEO, she absolutely takes walk-in appointments. And then Flash is like, oh, we went to high school together. This is a surprise visit. Everybody likes surprises, right? You look like a guy with a lot of joy in your life. And, of course, it's like, hey, man, it's very disappointing, dude. Very disappointing. My pal Liz is going to hear about this. It's like, I've got all your names. Chet, Colin, Hugo, especially you, Hugo. I got your name, pal. Let me just see him get thrown up. I got your name. And I got your pass. So he's like, okay. That's how you get into the back door. Meanwhile, we just see Eddie like this. Thank you, Avengers Training. I'll have to tell Romanoff about this one. Meanwhile, Flash doesn't know that Spider-Man put a spider tracer on him. It's like spider tracers with full audio capability. $3,000 a pop, so I can hear Flash fantasize about bragging about Black Widow. Way better than rent money. Yep, don't regret these decisions at all. So, pretty less annoying Peter Parker. But, it's like, Doc, you assured me. Meanwhile, Eddie's talking to his doctor of alchemists. Like, Doc, you assured me that this kind of outburst wouldn't happen if I kept to a regular treatment schedule. It's like assured is not accurate. If you have trouble keeping track of our conversations, perhaps writing them down will help you avoid confusion in the future. And then he's like not having. He's like implied, as in the threat of violence is implied if you don't get better attitude about this and fix what you screwed up. And then you just see the doctor saying nothing was screwed up. This has been an ongoing research project. The symbiote is a living thing, constantly in flux, adapting and changing biochemically is what it does. Of course, I didn't anticipate this, and I have developed a new serum, one that incorporates the element's anti-venom properties that can evolve with the symbiote. For a cure, you certainly made a lot. I was like, making gallons was actually easier than simply making a cupful. Plus, it would be useful to have a large sample size left in case if it accidentally ends up killing the symbiote. And then Eddie's like, what the? Are you insane? Well, without a sample to test it on, we can't be absolutely sure it's not harmful to the creature. And then we just see a voice saying, don't worry. I'm here now, and nobody's going to harm that symbiote ever again. And we just see Eddie Brock is like, Thompson, I don't know what you think you're doing here, Boy Scout, but the symbiote is back where it belongs, with me. And we just see the doctor's like, I'm going to go call security. Flash is like, where it belongs, like, what a joke. I'm the one who taught it to be a hero. But what I've seen on the news, you could barely control it. And then we just see Eddie's like, that's where you're wrong. It's not about control or following orders like a soldier. It is about we. We are Venom. Boom. So we see two different aspects of the main people that the symbiote has affected, Flash Thompson and Eddie Brock. Flash Thompson taught it to be a hero, taught that it can do good. However, Eddie is like, no, this is a personal relationship. This is about us. And we're not a soldier, and we're not a soldier, we're not somebody's lackey. We are a unit. We are Venom. Meanwhile, Spider-Man is like, and we will not be separated. And so Spider-Man's like, oh, Brock's up in there? Not good. I'm going to have to crash this party sooner than I thought. It's like, use your badge to get up here, Hugo. I know I screwed up, but I swear to God, Chet, it's like nobody's ever getting by me. And we just see Spider-Man, boom. It's like, whoa, you guys need those guns for me? Ask your boss, Liz Allen. She's a friend of mine. Let me guess, from high school, right? It's like, that's actually weird, but actually, never mind. I don't have time for this. Tackle him down. Then we see that Flash is like, look, I'm done talking to you, Brock. I'm talking to my partner. And he's like, come on, let's fight the good fight again. And then Eddie's like, don't embarrass yourself, Thompson. We just see the symbiote that's about to leave Eddie. He's like, no. It's like, wait, no. What about us? We need each other. It's like, don't listen to him. He'll only hurt you. And then he's like, Flash, Eddie, I'm going to have you both, man. I love you both. we just see them suffering. Meanwhile, the doctor's like, I'm just going to check on what's keeping security. Like, I like this doctor. And then we just see Spider-Man, boom. It's like, you're Parker Industries mascot. And he's like, did Alchemix buy up your contract? Are you now are you security now? And he's like, am I what? Like, bruh, shut up. And it's like, look, at I'm here because my best friend and my worst enemy are turning your lab into a Cronenberg film. Weird, but true. And then we just get this fantastic splash page right here. Just look at this. Boom. Boom. And then we just see the guy's like, oh, right, yeah. So we see that, don't worry, Flash. I'll get you out of there, pal. You just see Flash Thompson's like, it's okay, Spider-Man, I got this. I can feel him coming back to me. No, it's us. You were always meant to be together. So they're still fighting. And it's like, you guys are nuts. This is a monster from outer space, and I'll save you both from it. If I have to take it apart piece by. So he threw a part of the symbiote inside of this anti-venom solution. And we just see, hey, science guy. And he's like, Dr. Steve. Oh, great, Dr. Steve. What is that stuff? And he's like saying it's an astrobiological serum that in small doses regulates the hormonal output of the symbiote. And it interrupts its ability to, just like, got it. It hurts the symbiote. Got it. It hurts the symbiotes. Harmful to humans? No, not at all. It's like, okay, that's just what I wanted to hear. It's like, okay, Flash, I'm about to solve all of our problems. So he just dumps the whole thing on both Eddie and Flash. And we just see Spider-Man that comes and like, okay, hey, Flash, you okay, buddy? And not Venom? It's like, yeah, I'm good. And not Venom. So not Venom. In fact, it looks like I'm what we used to call you, Brock. I'm anti-Venom. And we just see this nice page of, just anti-Venom. Look at that. Bam. Meanwhile, we get back to a bar with the looter who's bandaged up. He's like, okay, I was terrified. This was terrifying, and, everything like that. But, he's busy talking to you. But meanwhile, you see that one guy wishes to talk to the looter. It's like, excuse me. Don't you sound like the kind of man we could use in our organization? And he's like, oh, not interested, pal. The looter loots alone. And it's like, yeah, this is one of those offers you can't refuse. So he just coughs the symbiote onto his face. And he's like, what the hell, man? Say it. Don't. And then we just see him like, don't worry about a thing, boss. It's like, oh, I don't. I'm just a kind of maniac. That's his name. It's like, welcome, looter. You just became a made man. To be continued. And then, of course, this is how it's going to go. Venom Inc. Alpha. Then it's continued in Part 2 in Amazing Spider-Man 792. Then Venom 159. Then ASM 793. Then Venom 160. Then it ends with Omega. I enjoyed this book. And I'm convinced that Dan Slott had very little say in how it was supposed to be written. I do. I really do. Because this felt more so of Mike Costa's writing, because there was more Eddie Brock in this than Peter Parker. But then again, Peter Parker wasn't annoying. He was just, Peter. It was just mainly Spider-Man. And, maybe the issues with Black Cat didn't really need to be involved in the story because I don't see her point in there. But it was a solid thing, and I'm kind of excited. And I'm guessing that Dan Slott is happy, if he didn't have a word in it, that people would like this book and would have to purchase his Amazing Spider-Man books to keep up with the story. But it is what it is. So, kudos. This is a good book. This is a good book for now. So thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notifications. Once again, I do these videos for you, the people, because I want to discuss good comics and see what they have to, and see what your opinions are. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll have more videos up later today.